Hello everyone and welcome to today's cryptocurrency update for June 27. It is almost the end of the month, so let's have just a simple review of the smaller wave count instead of the what if scenarios. Elliott waves progress 5 waves in an impulse, at a minimum 3 waves in a corrective wave. That is the real basic premise of Elliott wave, subdivisions, no overlap, fractals, that type of stuff. So let's have a look at the charts. This is going to get real quick, real simple. Ethereum. Let's start with Ethereum. Again, Ethereum needs to get back above 1250. We stabbed through it yesterday, but no close above it. Now it is consolidating below it. Below 1030, which is about last week's low, is a warning for the bulls that we can revisit 850 once again, purely based on closing prices. A last step lower would look really nice. So below 1030, this rally since that ominous Saturday low is not subdividing anymore. So please keep it in mind. Below 1030 is a warning for the bulls. Above 1250 is a warning for the bears. Those are the first warnings. Bitcoin has not broken above 23,000 yet. It is kind of digesting things sideways. I can easily count the recent low at around 18,000 SF3, now in a 4 and a final 5, which ideally should target 17,000, but can target as low as 12,000. Okay, so this is the warning for the bulls. Warning level for the bulls. Around 19,500, something around there, okay? That is a warning for the bulls, because if we can go below it, we can target 12 to 17K, with 17K where 5 is 1. So please keep that in mind, that we can still move lower. I don't have enough price data available. If we move lower, that'd be great. Then we have true 5 waves lower. If we break higher, then we have 5 waves lower already completed. So very nice, simple if-then scenarios that either way will confirm what's going to happen next. Moving on to Avalanche. Avalanche is so far right at resistance, which was about the 22.5 level, and we tagged it, I think, today and yesterday quite nicely, so you can really see this is resistance. I have updated the detailed wave count since the B wave high here in late March, and again, $5 to $10 is still very possible. We need to break above initial resistance, and then we need to break above secondary resistance, okay, to signal that the downside has completed. We're not there yet, so we have to bide our time. Very simple. Binance coin also here would look best with a last step lower to about 160 plus or minus 20. Then we have completed wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. Again, the first warning for the bears is above 260. Then we can target 340. The first warning for the bulls is back below 209. If we do that, then we target 160 plus or minus 20. Quite simple. I honestly prefer one step lower. It would look really nice. It really would increase my confidence in the wave count, but beggars cannot be choosers. So please keep that in mind where we are right now, a bit in a shorter term no man's land. Polygon updated the wave count here as well to the 3, 4, 5, most likely completed 4, and now in this final wave 5. That is really the preferred wave count. It counts very nicely with the low in May in the ideal wave 3 target zone, the bounce in May in the ideal 4 target zone, then the low in June in the ideal 5 target zone. So this still looks quite nicely. But if we get back above resistance, 0.7, then we have to really start to consider that the low is already in place. Okay, so please keep that in mind. Support is now at around 37 cents, 38 cents. we break below it, we're going to go to the lower target. So far, so good. I like the way price is progressing as it should. Last but not least, Solana. Solana, here is a potential little more bearish wave counter that we are still going to see one last wave 5 lower into that ideal wave 5 of C of 4 target zone between 10.5 and 24.5. We need to break above resistance, $1.50 and then $1.60 to know that the downside has completed. I just wanted to share this potentially one step lower wave count to align it with some of the other altcoin wave counts that I presented today. So please keep in mind, support here is now clearly, of course, at around $36. Okay, that needs to hold. If we do and we start breaking higher, then we are starting to make the higher highs and higher lows, and that is bullish. For now, stuck a bit between support and resistance in no man's land, so we have to let the market decide if it wants to subdivide higher or subdivide lower. If it subdivides higher, it's going to break out. If it subdivides lower, it's going to break down. That's really all I have for today. Short, sweet, simple. Ethereum hasn't broken above the warning signs yet for the bears and hasn't broken below the warning signs for the bulls just yet. If it does break below 1,030, we are going to go to ideally about 1850. That would be ideal. And if we start breaking higher, I think we're on our way to all-time highs. Bitcoin, same deal. Would look very perfectly much better with a last step lower. But if we start breaking higher, then the low is already placed. Can count it kind of both ways. Remember, Elliott Wave at the smaller degree becomes more and more interpretive. At the larger degree, it's much easier to see the bigger waves unfold. So we'll have to let this develop below 19,500, can target 12 to 17,000. Avalanche, same deal. It's not above resistance, so it can still target lower for this wave 5 between $5 and $10. Binance coin, the same deal, would look really ideally better with this last wave 5 into 160, but we'll let price decide if it's this thinks that we've done enough waves for downside. Same here for Polygon. Price is really following the predicted path perfectly, so I'll leave it as is. Watch out for resistance at 0.7. Above it, the low is in place. Below 38 cents, and we can target 1.5 cents. Same here for Solana. We can still do one step lower. So all the wave counts have been updated. All the wave counts have been aligned. We're a bit in no man's land right now. Watch the support levels. Watch the resistance levels. They're clearly on the charts. So if you see them break to the downside, then you know the downside target zone. If you see the break to the upside, you know the upside target zones. And most of them will be new all-time highs eventually, in my humble opinion. That's all I have for today. Take care, trade safe. See you all on Wednesday. Bye.